What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are going to be taking a look at something that I'm fairly certain all of you guys have seen me mess with, at least if you guys have been catching the live streams. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Lego Ideas Bumblebee. Yes, we have the figure. We have to raise the camera up, and then we're going to lower it because of how big this thing is. So here we have the box, and usually y'all know we take a look at said box, but I do have the figure here. It's just a little too big to get in frame. So here we have the box, here we have the side of said box, here we have the back of said box. Everything does stay transformed to the majority of it, so you can totally mess with things. So there's that, and there's this, and yes, it does transform, so we will be getting into that. So alrighty, so now that we've taken a look at the box, let's lower all of this on down, so that way we can get a better look at all of it. And here we have the figure, and I'm going to move some of that dust, and here we have the gun. But, you know, I'll take a look at the accessories first. We usually take a look at the accessories first, and here we have the placard here. And on the placard, I thought it was kind of neat that they added these little plastic bumblebees here that you can just put on the back here, just for kind of fun. And you can totally do something else with this too, which I don't understand the reason for this, but you can take this and pop it off. I don't know why you would need to do that, but okay. So there's this, and then this is the gun that you are able to build in the final bag. So I think this is quite interesting looking gun here, but we will get more into that here in just a minute. So there's that, and then of course here we have the figure at hand, and there's a lot of things that you can do with this figure. There's not a lot of things you can't do, but one thing you can do is you can take this and you can pop this up and you can open up the trunk. Don't know why you would need to do that, because it's kind of integral to hide the head sculpt in there. And then you can just close this all back up like so, like that. And you can also open up the doors if you would like to of this Beetle mode here. So you can open up the doors. You can also open up the roof of the car. Also, the bumper moves. This bumper bit moves a little bit, but you can open up this bit of the car. It's not very well, but you can do it. And this is more just along the lines for transformation and just so you can kind of see what goes on in those joints. So, yeah. So now we shall get into scale comparison, and this guy kind of breaks the mold with scale comparisons because he is going to clearly be a titan in scale. So we're going to scooch him off to the side here, and let's get him on in scale. Here he is with Legacy United Origins Bumblebee. Here he is next to the Legacy United Animated Bumblebee, which I'm very excited they're doing a wasp mold for this guy. Here he is next to Reactivate Bumblebee, the canceled video game figure. Here he is next to the Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee, which apparently there is an alternate mold that you can do with this, or with this guy here, that you can totally build this guy or the Bumblebee movie version of him, which I think is cool, but I just don't really think it needs to happen. And finally, here he is next to his mold sake. Here he is next to the Studio Series 86 Bumblebee, who this guy's supposed to mimic quite well, and he sort of does that very well. So alright, so be warned that when you do this transformation, it is going to possibly break off some parts. And you do want to be wary of that. And yes, this is a parts former. So before we even begin, we have to remove this, and we have to bring this all the way in like so. And you can leave these like this, which I would recommend doing so, but you don't have to. So take the roof, fold all those pieces in, and now this is what we are left with. So to begin this transformation, you're going to take this piece here, you're going to lift it all the way up, and you're going to take this bit and you're just going to lift it up as well. Actually, we'll just leave that there for now. We're just going to leave that there. I'm going to open up the doors of the Beetle here. And then you're going to take these front pieces, fold these down. And all of this stuff is stuff you're building, by the way. So you're going to take this, fold it down, and then you're going to take this bit and you're going to completely open it all the way up, like so. And then after that, you're going to carefully take these arms and pull them outwards, and then rotate this all the way down and rotate this piece out. That's all you're doing so far with this. So just carefully, ever so carefully. This thing is very freaking fragile. I don't like the way that feels, but there we go. Okay, so carefully remove the arm. Make sure that this is all staying the way it needs to stay. Take these little bits here. Let's just do this while we're here. Take these, fold these down. You're supposed to do this beforehand, but you don't have to. So then you're going to take the bottom of these legs and you're just going to, actually, first thing you're going to do is we're going to take this torso section and we're going to lift it up. Take this crotch section, lift it up as well. And then you're going to bring this whole chest section up. You're going to bring this and straighten it out. And then you're going to bring this all the way down like so. Okay. And then you're going to bring these feet all the way up like so, ever so gingerly. And then you can split them. You want to make sure you're very careful with that though. So after these pieces are out of the way, take these, bring these down one more time. And then you're going to take the doors, you're going to fold them in, and then you're going to fold them in one more time. Do that again, do that again. And then you're going to take this piece and you're going to fold it all the way back, like so. Let's make sure all of this straightens out just properly. So make sure all of that stays there. And then you're going to take the roof of the car here, and you're going to then take this and you're going to just peg them onto the back of the robot mode backpack right there. Then you're going to bring these arms down, open up the hand. Actually, let me rotate this guy here. I forgot to do that guy. Flip out the fingers, like so. Let's make sure we angle the head just properly. Fold out the fingers, like so. And let's give him his gun. So that way things look all kosher. And there you have the Lego Bumblebee in his robot mode that is very, very, very delicate. So please be aware of that. I'm not going to mess with the articulation on this dude too much because of how large he is. And because I do not want parts to start breaking off. Because I know they will if I start messing with them. But anyways, here you have the Lego Bumblebee in his robot mode. And I gotta say, it's quite beautiful that we even have this. I think it's cool that, Lego even decided to do this at all. Like, I mean, seriously, this is something that I did not expect them to do in the slightest. Like, when Lego announced they were going to do Optimus Prime, the next logical thing that I thought they were going to do is I thought they were going to make the trailer. I totally thought they were going to make the trailer. I didn't think they were going to, totally, completely wow us with a brand new Bumblebee. But also take note, I didn't even get very far into the Optimus Prime build because of how bad the Optimus Prime building portion of that was and how many pieces I was missing. So, anyways, that being said, let's take a look at him in scale comparisons. We will get into final thoughts. We will get into the build quality, and then we shall get into the ranking of this thing. So, scooching him off to the side ever so gingerly. Here he is next to Legacy United Deluxe Origins Bumblebee. Here he is next to Legacy United Animated Bumblebee. As you can clearly see, big guy. Here he is next to Reactivate Bumblebee. Here he is next to the Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee. And finally, here he is next to Studio Series 86 Bumblebee, and clearly these two are supposed to mimic each other, and I think they do a very darn good job at that. I think this does a very good job at that. So, all right, so getting into the build quality. Like I said, it is fragile, so please don't don't come into this with the idea of ooh, brand new Titan action figure. No, don't do that. Please do not do that. If you do that, I will come to your house and kill you in your sleep. I'm just joking. I will not do that ever, so please do not demonetize me. But I would honestly say that this is more along the lines for the Lego collectors in your life and the Transformer nerds in your life. So if you have this, I would highly suggest you keep it and or, display it the way it should be displayed. The build took me roughly around 3 hours to do completely in its entirety. Was about 3 hours. So there's that. The amount of pieces it comes with is about 10,400 pieces if you get all the extra pieces you need. So yeah, this is quite a wonderful figure. Fragile as hell, so it's definitely not getting that playability scale factor in there. But it definitely gets the wonderful, beautiful look for a collector, which, and by the way, you gotta give them a little bit of leeway for this backpack here. Come on, like seriously, the backpack was not the biggest issue. Not even in the slightest was it the biggest issue. The backpack, seriously, this was probably the best configuration that they could have come up with for him. I'm not even going to lie about that. I did realize that I missed a step, so we need to fold these bumper bits inward. So, but on that front, about 10,000 pieces, about 3 hours worth of build time. And take note, if you have to come back to it every so often to complete at least a page or so, don't worry about that. My fingers did go raw when I was building this, so please do be aware that can be an issue. Make sure you're taking breaks. Make sure that you are, you're not overdoing it with your fingers. So yeah. Now, where do I rank this thing? Well, obviously it doesn't get a playability scale rank because this is clearly too fragile to play with. So I'm going to give it on a scale of playability, it's getting a flat zero. However, on terms of building it, on terms of enjoying how it turned out, enjoying the transformation, the fact that no parts popped off, I can deal with that part. That's a nice thing. So in terms of a collectible, I'm going to place this. You know what? I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. This gets a 9 out of 10 specifically for the fact that it's just the way that it's done, the way it looks, the way that you can literally you can place it with your Transformers regardless of which ones you've got, and it works out still. Heck, it even works with your Lego sets. So, yeah. That being said, I definitely like the way the face sculpt looks too. So, all right. So that is my final review for the Transformers Lego Transformers Bumblebee. Like I said, I'm giving this thing a 9 out of 10 because it's definitely going to sit on a shelf. It's not going anywhere after that. So, yeah. Anyways, this is Thomas Fan 1 with my review for the Lego Transformers Bumblebee. And don't forget to check out Jordy's Rail videos, Patrick with the Y, iStar552, Bravely GG, Riveted Rail Fan, Riveted Reviews, Alexander Rothschild, The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, Lemon Lime Productions, Skibbity Jacket, Shri Das. Let's see, who else should we throw the name out there in the YouTube sphere? Zaga the Animator. Also, let's not forget. I think it's the Transformers channel that also said something to me in my live stream when we were building this dude here. So yeah, don't forget to check them out. And the final one, do not forget to check out New York Toy Hunter, as they have all done some amazing work, have been participating in the streams, have been participating with me in real life, and that is pretty much it for me. So this is Thomas Fan 1 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.